Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of the graduation candidates, the faculty, and the platform party, and remain standing through the conclusion of the national anthem.
Good morning, and welcome to the Citadel's 153rd commencement exercises. I am Sally Selden, the Provost and Dean of the College, and today we celebrate the achievements of the unstoppable class of 2022. It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to today's celebration. The class of 2022, standing before you today, is comprised of 599 cadets from 35 states across the nation and 5 countries around the world. This class is strong through the common bonds of honor, duty, and respect, the core values of a Citadel graduate. Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Lieutenant Colonel Aaron Meadows, chaplain to the South Carolina Corps Cadets, followed by the national anthem played by the regimental band under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Timothy Smith.
Would you join me for a word of prayer? Almighty God, the source and sustainer of our light, strength, hope, and truth, we give you thanks for the blessings you have bestowed upon our institution and these cadets graduating today. We give you thanks that they have successfully run their course as cadets here at the Citadel and can now receive their prize. We join them in their joy for reaching this graduation milestone, and we also join them in their sorrow for classmates unable to walk this stage with them, specifically for the recent loss of their beloved classmate, Gabriel Grills. Our prayer for them today echoes what many of them have prayed throughout their cadet careers. We pray that they will leave this as they leave this institution, they would remain sincere in their fellowship, unswerving in their duties, continue to find joy and purity, and allow their faith to undergird a confidence that will help transform this world for the better. Lord, we pray that you would continue to humble their hearts, that you would clarify and empower them with the steadfast purpose you have given them, that you would revive in them a joyful hope and readiness to endure hardships and suffer if need be, that your truth and your will may be done in their lives and in all of our lives. We pray all this to you because yours is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forever. Amen.
Please be seated. Our College Marshal, Dr. Joel Berlingeri, will now exit. It is an honor for me to introduce the 20th President of the Citadel, General Glenn Walters, United States Marine Corps retired, Citadel class of 1979. He returned to his alma mater in 2018 after serving as the 34th Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps, the second-ranking officer in the Marines. His final assignment in a distinguished 39-year military career. General Walters served as a naval aviator and test pilot and in command and staff roles at every level. Please join me in welcoming General Walters.
Good morning. Join me in a round of applause for Colonel Smith and the band. Members of the class of 2022, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you to this grand event. Offer you my most sincere congratulations for what you have achieved here at the Citadel and my best wishes for what you are about to do as you go to serve your communities and our great nation. I extend a particularly warm greeting to the families of the graduates. I know that many of you have traveled a great distance to be with us here this morning. All of you have made significant sacrifices for the past 4 years to enable your cadet to graduate and be here today. So I offer you my congratulations as well. This is a very special day, a day you and your cadet may have thought would never have come, has finally arrived. The class of 22 holds special significance to me. As Dr. Selden noted, my first year back at the Citadel after leaving the Marines was in 2018. In fact, I had to take leave and make a special trip from Washington, D.C. in August of 2018 to attend your matriculation day. Not that you remembered seeing me. I didn't leave active duty until October of that year. So as you began your journeys on that hot August day, I was proud to join you on my own journey. Gail and I enjoyed getting to know the class of 2022 and their families, and we wish them all the best. I cannot say enough about your performance these past 4 challenging years. Our school is not easy under the best of circumstances, yet the class of 2022 endured and excelled through some truly historic challenges. Well done. At this time, I invite Dr. Selden back to the podium.
I will now introduce our distinguished guests who are on the platform. I will ask them to stand briefly as I call their name, but please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Colonel Dylan Goff, class of 2002, Chair, Board of Visitors. Major General John Grinnells, United States Marine Corps, retired, 18th President of the Citadel. Lieutenant General John Rosa, United States Air Force, retired, class of 1973, 19th President of the Citadel, President Emeritus. Colonel Pete McCoy, class of 1974, Vice Chair, Board of Visitors. Colonel Allison Dean Love, the Citadel Graduate College, class of 1993, Board of Visitors. Colonel Gene Penson, class of 1972, Board of Visitors. Colonel J.C. Dominic, United States Air Force, retired, class of 1971, Board of Visitors. Colonel Jimmy Nicholson, class of 1985, Board of Visitors. Colonel Greg Delaney, class of 1974, Board of Visitors. Colonel Bob Lyon, class of 1971, Board of Visitors. Colonel Bill Connor, United States Army, retired, class of 1990, Board of Visitors. Colonel Triz Smith, MD, class of 1998, Board of Visitors. Ms. Deb Hartgrove, Designated Representative of the State Superintendent of Education. Colonel Billy Jenkinson, class of 1968, Member Emeritus, Board of Visitors. Colonel Tom Gordon, United States Marine Corps, retired, class of 1991, Commandant. Lieutenant Colonel Chuck Bledsoe, United States Army, retired, class of 1991, President of the Citadel Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming these distinguished guests who through their shared leadership contributed not only to the success of the Citadel, but to the class of 2022. Our speaker and honorary degree recipients will be introduced later in the program. We are pleased to have 51 alumni presenters who will present diplomas to their family members. Will the Citadel alum please rise and let us welcome you with a big round of applause. Graduation Day places a spotlight on the primary mission of the institution, academic achievement. As a college, we understand that the greatest tool in any military engagement or civilian career is one's mind. The faculty devoted their efforts to engage and challenge our students during their time here. Many people are involved in educating principal leaders, and I'd like to introduce several of them now. First, the academic leadership team of the Citadel, the deans, academic department heads, and the chair of the Faculty Senate. Please rise and be recognized. Also present are representatives of the more than 200 talented and dedicated Citadel faculty. Will you please rise and be recognized? At this time, it is my pleasure to ask Cadet Captain Sean Costello, Senior Class President, to come forward to give remarks on behalf of the class of 2022. Please join me in welcoming Cadet Costello.
To all the distinguished guests who were able to make this wonderful day possible, I thank you on behalf of the class of 2022. The legendary playwright Neil Simon once said, "If no one ever took risks, Michelangelo would have painted the Sistine floor." Now, I'm not here today to talk about art, because Lord knows I can't paint, but what I am here to talk about is what is needed in order to be a success. And in order to do that, you need to be willing to take risks, roll the dice, and bet on yourself. Today, I want to talk about risk-taking. Taking a risk on something that's important to you, just like the risk we took 4 years ago when we decided to come to the Military College of South Carolina. When you do something risky, you're anxious, sweating, heart pounding, which is very similar to the way we felt when we first got here. Can you all remember that? Go back to that warm August day. We pulled into the parking lot, and someone wearing a fancy red sash, as my mom called it, placed the letter V on my car, and she said, "Oh wow, V, that must stand for victory." And my father said, "Yes, son, I'm sure right now you're feeling very victorious." And we all know at the time that was not true. We didn't know it at that time, but that randomly placed letter on your car would determine a lot of things: where you would live, who you would live with, but most importantly, the brothers and sisters who you would ride out the wager of your lives with. We suddenly realized that we had placed a huge bet, but not with money, although some may disagree when they see the tuition bill every semester. We placed a bet that we would have the patience, discipline, and determination to one day become a Citadel man or woman. That meant that each day for the last 4 years, we bet that we could do PT under the stars on the cold parade deck at 5:30 in the morning. We bet that as grown college students, we could be told when to go to bed and when to wake up every day. We bet that we could make class every single day or risk 15 hours of detention. We bet that we would spend our free time doing trash details on Friday nights as freshmen in college. And we bet that we would be all right with the logic of walking tours if we got caught being dressed in normal clothes on King Street. Each of us probably felt that at some point it would just be best to cut our losses and quit. Whenever I would feel like this, I couldn't help but think about something that my father told me about gambling and what's needed when the mentality you have to ride out of bet. Say, Sean, well, you've already placed the damn thing. You might as well ride it out to the end. And that's exactly what we did as a class, together. We rode it out till the end. And today, the gamble of our lives will pay out. If there's one thing I want you all to remember from what I say today, it's this. Always bet on yourself. Every single one of us took a chance by deciding to come here where there are no guarantees. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what a modern-day Citadel man or woman looks like. A risk taker who always bets on themselves because they know that as long as they can make it to the Citadel, they can make it through anything. If tomorrow you lost everything that you had ever worked for, I know that all of you would roll up your sleeves, apply what you learned here, and place another bet on yourself. Of course, with every wager that's placed, there will be doubters, those who say it's too risky and that it won't pay off. But we wouldn't be here if we focused on the doubters. We wouldn't be here if we listened to them when they said we weren't cut out for this. We wouldn't be here if we didn't keep showing up year after year, back and ready for more. We wouldn't be here if we didn't push ourselves each and every day. But most importantly, we wouldn't be here if we didn't have each other. Throughout our Citadel experience, it's safe to say that we've had our fair share of doubters. Those who wanted to know who we would be if we didn't win. I guess we'll never know. Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you.
Well done, and thank you, Cadet Costello. We now come to the presentation of special awards. Celebrating outstanding academic achievement across all 4 years, our first award of the day is the Scholarship Medal, the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award. Each year, the Scholarship Medal and the First Honor Graduate Award are presented to the senior cadet who has attained the highest academic standing in the class based on the total college record. The Cadet Scholarship Medal and the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award will be presented by Colonel Connor, member of the Board of Visitors. This year, we have 2 First Honor graduates. They are Cadet Captain Stephen Joseph Kinsley Jones and Cadet Private Ashley Jessica Ruiz. Cadets Jones and Ruiz, will you please come forward?
Cadet Stephen Jones from Anderson, South Carolina earned a perfect grade point average of 4.0 in mechanical engineering. He was an integral part of the Citadel Honors Program, co-captained the pistol team, and selected as an All-American this year, as well as a passionate member of the regimental band. Upon graduation, Cadet Jones accepted a position as a mechanical engineer with the Naval Air Systems Command Fleet Readiness Center East in Cherry Point, North Carolina, which plays an important role in our national defense and readiness. It's my pleasure to present the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award to Cadet Stephen Jones. Congratulations. Cadet Ashley Ruiz from Knoxville, Tennessee earned a perfect grade point average, 4.0. I just got to tell you something. I graduated in 1990. This is absolutely incredible to see the number of you that earned gold stars and 4.0s. I just had to make that note, but that really is incredible, both of you. In political science and intelligence security studies, a double major with a minor in cybersecurity. That, again, absolutely amazing. You really kicked our butts from 30 years ago. She was presented a coveted Leidos Award as the best student in Intel and Security Studies. She is also a National Science Foundation Cyber Corps Scholarship for Service recipient and has held several important internships with NSA and the State Department, in addition to participating in humanitarian relief work in Puerto Rico. She is currently interviewing with the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Reserve Bank, and the Air Force Civilian Service. It's my pleasure to present the David Shingler Spell First Honor Graduate Award to Cadet Ashley Ruiz. Congratulations.
The next award is the David Shingler Spell Second Honor Graduate Award to be presented to the senior cadet who has attained the second highest academic standing in the class based on total college record. Both the first and second honor graduates receive an inscribed plaque and a stipend. The David Shingler Spell Second Honor Graduate Award will be presented by Colonel Connor. The second honor graduate is Cadet Major Joseph Dylan Rowland. Cadet Rowland, please come forward.
Cadet Joseph Rowland from Gilbert, South Carolina earned a perfect GPA of 4.0 in mechanical engineering. And by the way, engineering used to be called pre-business in my day, so just 4.0 and sticking with it, amazing. He's a Navy ROTC scholarship student, an active member of the Citadel Honor Program, and served as the 3rd Battalion Academic Officer in NCO. Additionally, he was part of the winning Baker Business Bowl team this year and served as Vice President of the student chapter of the Society of American Military Engineers. Upon graduation, Cadet Rowland will begin his path as a submarine warfare officer at the Nuclear Power School in Charleston, South Carolina. It's my pleasure to present the David Shingler Spell Second Honor Graduate Award to Cadet Joseph Rowland. Congratulations.
The next award is the John O. Wilson Ring. Dr. John O. Wilson was a Citadel graduate, class of 1862, and a cavalryman in Company F, 6th South Carolina Cavalry, a unit made up of Citadel cadets. He became a successful lawyer, preacher, and editor, and served as the second president of Lander College in Greenwood, South Carolina. He established a fund for the John O. Wilson Ring in 1911. The coveted John O. Wilson Ring is given each year in honor of the late Dr. Wilson to the senior cadet voted by classmates as the finest, purest, and most courteous member of the class. Colonel Smith, member of the Board of Visitors, will present the award. And the 2022 recipient of the John O. Wilson Ring Award is Cadet Captain Cody Lee Green. Cadet Green, please come forward.
The class of 2022 voted to award the Wilson Ring to Cody Lee Green from Knoxville, Tennessee. Cody is receiving his Bachelor of Science degree in accounting today. Because of his outstanding leadership abilities, Cadet Green was selected to serve as commander of Echo Company. Academically, he has excelled, earning Dean's List. Cadet Green is a distinguished military graduate and will enter the United States Marine Corps upon graduation. His first assignment is to attend basic school with aspirations to become an infantry officer. In keeping with the long-standing tradition, I'm also presenting you with a letter from last year's recipient of the Wilson Ring, Nicholas Piacentini. Next year at this time, it will be your responsibility to carry on this tradition by sending a letter to the Wilson Ring recipient for the class of 2023. Congratulations.
Today, the Citadel is proud to honor 5 outstanding Americans for significant contributions to the nation and our way of life. The Board of Visitors has approved awarding honorary degrees to the following distinguished individuals: Anthony Lincoln Baggiano, Charles Jewel Lehman Brooks, James Gary Simmerl, Thomas Rudolph Young III, posthumously receiving the honorary degree is his son, Thomas Rudolph Young IV. Admiral James George Stavridis, United States Navy retired, and our commencement speaker. Colonel Dylan Goff, Chair of the Board of Visitors, and Brigadier General Sally Selden will assist me in bestowing the honorary degrees. Colonel Anthony L. Baggiano, United States Air Force retired, graduated the Citadel class of 1961, and then served his country for 20 years as an associate professor of mathematics at the U.S. Air Force Academy and service in Vietnam. He also served as the commander of U.S. Air Force San Antonio Data Services Center. Colonel Baggiano is joined his former commander and partner at Robbins Gioa at a management consulting firm in Washington, D.C., where he served as the president and chief operating officer. While in the Washington, D.C. area, Colonel Baggiano was president of the Greater Washington, D.C. Citadel Club. A devoted alumnus, he is currently the president of the Montgomery, Alabama Citadel Club. Colonel Baggiano has served on numerous boards, including the U.S. Olympic Committee Board of Directors, where he served as chair, the Pan American Sports Council, and the Air University Foundation Board of Trustees. He is currently on the Citadel Alumni Association Board and is a member of the Executive Committee. For his service to his nation and to his alma mater, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award Colonel Anthony L. Baggiano the Honorary Doctor of Public Service degree. All right. As an aside, his wife wanted me to let you know that that's not the first doctor in their family. Sorry, that wasn't on the script, Tony. The Honorable Charles J. L. Brooks has been a successful real estate developer and for more than 50 years. His project included hotel chains, restaurants, offices, residential communities, and country clubs. He is a 1969 and a 1971 graduate of the University of South Carolina with degrees in commercial education and accounting. Mr. Brooks spent his formative years working for several Fortune 500 companies in divisional accounting management. Mr. Brooks served on numerous public boards and commissions, including the Richland County, the City of Columbia, and the State of South Carolina. He is the current chairman of the Board of Zoning for Columbia and was recently appointed the commissioner on the South Carolina Board of Accountancy by Governor Henry McMaster. In recognition of a lifetime of service to the state of South Carolina and to its local community, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award the Honorable Charles J. L. Brooks the Honorary Doctor of Commerce degree. The Honorable J. Gary Simmerl earned his bachelor's degree in marketing from Winthrop University in 1991, and the following year joined the South Carolina House of Representatives, where he represents York County. He has been a representative since 1992 and currently serves as the House Majority Leader and Budget Subcommittee Chairman for Higher Education on the House Ways and Means Committee. He is the longest-serving Republican in the South Carolina House. Representative Simmerl is the primary sponsor of the Infrastructure and Economic Development Act of 2017. I almost lost a century there. That led to a boom of road widening and repaving projects that the business leaders called for to protect South Carolina's economy. Representative Simmerl has earned numerous awards, including the Society of the Maltese Cross in 2019, the 2020 Wilkins Award for Excellence in Legislative Leadership from the Raleigh Institute, Behavioral Health Services Legislator of the Year, and the South Carolina Advocates for Agriculture's 2013 Advocate of the Year. Additionally, the South Carolina Chamber of Commerce named him the 2017 Public Servant of the Year. Representative Simmerl is active within his community. Among his civic commitments, he serves on the board of the Piedmont Medical Center and Camp Canaan. In recognition for his remarkable service, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award the Honorable J. Gary Simmerl the Honorary Doctor of Business Administration degree. Thomas R. Young III took to heart his grandfather's advice to be active with the Chamber of Commerce, his church, and his community. His lifelong commitment to selfless service yielded numerous awards, including the 2019 Order of Palmetto, South Carolina's highest honor. In addition to his extensive volunteer service at institutions such as the Spartanburg Rotary Club, the Spartanburg Hospital for Restorative Care, and the YMCA, Mr. Young was an active philanthropist and quietly mentoring countless cadets, modeling leadership. A proud graduate of the Citadel class of 1974, he was a longtime member of the Brigadier Foundation and actively supported many athletic programs. At the time of his death last July, Mr. Young was serving as the president-elect of the Citadel Alumni Association and was scheduled to be installed as president only a few months later at the 2021 homecoming in November. The Citadel and the class of 1974 are pleased to be part of his legacy, characterized by honor, duty, and respect. In recognition of a lifetime of service to the state of South Carolina and to his alma mater, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to posthumously award Mr. Thomas R. Young III the Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree. Admiral James Stavridis, United States Navy, retired, served as the 16th Supreme Allied Commander NATO from 2009 to 2013, leading the NATO alliance in global operations with responsibility for Afghanistan, the Balkans, Libya, Syria, counter-piracy, and cybersecurity. That's a couple things to do, I guess, on your off time. From 2006 until 2009, Admiral Stavridis served as the commander, U.S. Southern Command, with responsibility for operations in Latin America. He was the first admiral to serve in both positions. Following his military service, he served as the 12th Dean of the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University from 2013 to 2018, where he earned a PhD in international relations. Admiral Stavridis has published 12 best-selling books on various topics, including leadership, oceans, maritime affairs, and Latin America, as well as hundreds of articles in leading publications. He's a contributing editor for Time magazine and the chief international security analyst for NBC News. Admiral Stavridis is the vice chairman of global affairs for the Carlyle Group and chair of the Rockefeller Foundation. Admiral Stavridis is renowned for his principled leadership and dedication to our country over his illustrious career as a military officer, educator, and business leader. In recognition of a lifetime of service to this nation, the Citadel Board of Visitors is proud to award Admiral James Stavridis the Honorary Doctor of Leadership degree. And I'm serious on this one. Let's give a warm welcome to our commencement speaker, Admiral James G. Stavridis.
Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, let me start by getting the microphone down to the height of a normal person. There we go. First and foremost, thank you to this wonderful Citadel family, this institution of America. I thank you for welcoming not only me, but also my lovely wife, Laura, who spent 37 years with me in the Navy, my mom, Shirley, the fleet's best mom, 92 years young, and my sister, Ann, who has devoted her life, her career, to serving as a school teacher here in South Carolina. So thank you very much to my family. And in spirit, my father, Colonel George Stavridis, proud Colonel of Marines, is watching down from heaven and feeling pretty good about his deployment up there now that his son has finally got a real platform to address all that is happening today. You know, when I left the military, I entered higher education. I became a dean, as the general said, up at Tufts University. And the president of Tufts was asked, "Why did you hire a military guy as a dean?" And he said, "Because I wanted one dean who knew how to follow orders." That's how I got into higher education. I spent 5 years in this garden, and I want to add my thanks to the faculty. The heart of any institution of higher education is its faculty. Thank you for your service to Citadel. As I wrap up some thanks, I want to specifically thank your general, your leader, General Glenn Walters. He and I have served together in the fleet going back to 1987 in a hot summer in the Arabian Gulf. He was flying helicopters, I was driving a cruiser. We have known of each other through those many years. You could not have a better leader for this institution than General Glenn Walters. Sir, thank you. I'm going to pick up where your class president left off, Dean Costello. Sean, a great speech about risk. And I'm going to take about an hour and 15 minutes. Actually, I'm going to take about 10 minutes because I know where you really want to be is Big John's Tavern. But what I want to talk about is risk, exactly as Sean did. Because I have spent my life observing, thinking about risk, about the decisions we make when we face risk. And I'll make the observation that here at Citadel, you have studied leadership and you have lived character. But what awaits you in the world is risk. The decisions you will make about risk, in the end, alongside leadership and character, will define you. So what I thought I'd do in just a couple of minutes is give you 3 very quick thoughts about how to think about risk when you walk out of this field house and go forward into life. Some of you directly into the military, the majority of you into challenging lives and careers, but all of you will face that third element: leadership, character, but risk. So if I had a title for my few moments with you this morning, it would be "To Risk It All." To risk it all. Because, yeah, you rolled the dice to come to Citadel. Came out well for all of you sitting here on the floor. Congratulations. Those dice will keep on tumbling. They will land at strange places. And so how do you think about what you will do when those dice land at a moment when you are confronted with the opportunity to risk it all? Let me tell you 3 things that have kind of helped me as I've hit those moments. First, know what you value. Know what you value. Think about that well before those dice land. And don't answer that question too quickly. What you actually value may surprise you. And I'll give you a practical example from the world today. 6 months ago in Ukraine, people your age and older saw those dice land and had to literally risk it all. And they chose to value their parents, their children, their spouses, their civilization, their language. They are standing and delivering on the front lines of freedom. And what helped them at that moment was they had thought deep and hard about what they valued. Second point, know yourself. You know, I'm Greek American, so I'm required to have a Greek reference in every speech. Here it is. At the Temple of Delphi in Greece, carved on the wall, the essence of Greek wisdom is simple. Know thyself. You have to know who you are. And here I'll give you another piece of practical advice. Reading. Reading. Because every book you pick up is a simulator. It's a time machine. It's a chance for you to put yourself in the shoes of someone else in the past. You can pick up, and I know many of you will have read Gates of Fire by Stephen Pressfield. You can read that novel and think about risk and think about what you value and put yourself in the situation of Leonidas at the Gates of Fire, at Thermopylae. You could pick up a novel many of you read when you were 14 years old, To Kill a Mockingbird. Go back and reread that novel. It's a novel about race in America. It's a novel about a justice system. It's a novel about integrity. It's a novel about a young woman's coming of age. Any of that sound familiar in today's America? Read that novel. Put yourself in the shoes of Atticus Finch. What choices will you make? Know yourself. So first, know what you value. Second, know yourself. And third and finally, have some heroes. Have some heroes. And here I'd invite you to stop consciously on some quiet Thursday evening and get out a yellow pad, a paper, and write down the names of 4 or 5 people you deeply, truly admire. And they can be people from history. They can be your Uncle Cliff. They can be a character from a novel. Write down the names of those you admire. That's the relatively easy part. Then write down next to their names why you admire them, how they have dealt with risk, how they have dealt with challenge. And then here's the hard part. Ask yourself in that quiet moment, how would I do? So, 3 simple thoughts for you on a Saturday morning. And they are simple. Know what you value, know yourself, and have some heroes. Because I'll tell you this, those dice will land at a moment of real risk. And it could be, for those going into the military, some pretty obvious scenarios. It could be for those in civilian life, walking through a shopping mall, active shooter. It could be in a hospital room where you are challenged to make the hardest decision on the spur of the moment about a loved one. It could happen in the world of finance or business or the law. These moments will come. What you have learned, what you have put in your heart here at Citadel will carry you in those moments. You will do better in those moments if you know what you value, you know yourself, and you have some heroes to draw upon. Last thought. As leaders, I'll give you a quote to hold on to. It's from Napoleon. You know, short people love to quote Napoleon because life is hard and short people have to stick together. Cadet Ruiz, I hope you're listening out there, top of your class. Here's the quote, and if you remember nothing else from this morning, remember this. A leader is a dealer in hope. A leader is a dealer in hope. So go forth, class of 22. You have met some challenges here. There are some risks ahead. My money is absolutely on every one of you. I hope when those dice land, you will stand and deliver for your family, for your nation, for yourself. I'm proud of you. Go Citadel, beat VMI. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm going to leave that right where it is because you did so well with it right there. Thank you, Admiral, for your inspiring words. They provide a fitting capstone for the education of this class of 22. Citadel graduates throughout the years have enjoyed a world-earned reputation for providing outstanding service to the nation. The ultimate expression of selflessness is answering the call of duty to the United States Armed Forces. As one of only 6 senior military colleges in the United States, the Citadel takes great pride in our graduates' military service to our nation. Citadel alumni have distinguished themselves in combat from the Mexican-American War of 1846 to the present day. It is my distinct privilege to administer the oath of office to the men and women of the class of 22 who are joining the military. By taking this oath, these principal leaders are launching a career devoted to serving their nation. The gold bar they will wear, either as a second lieutenant or an ensign, is symbolic of the trust their country has placed on them. They entered the Citadel grounds 4 years ago, nervous young members of the 4th class. Today, they emerge as confident leaders capable of meeting any challenge and solving any problems. The lessons they have learned here will form the basis for all decisions they will make, and they will be more effective leaders as a result. It is my honor to administer the oath of office to the newest Citadel graduates to serve our country. All candidates to be commissioned, please rise and raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I will well and faithfully carry out the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. All of you take that moment with you. I now turn the podium over to Dr. Selden for the next part of the ceremony.
The conferring of degrees to members of the Citadel class of 2022 will now take place. Each school dean will come forward and ask the candidates from the programs within their school to please stand. Graduates, when your degree program is called by your dean, please rise until all programs within your school have been called. And at the end, Colonel Goff, Board of Visitors Chair, will ask all graduates to stand as a class and confer all degrees. At this time, I invite Colonel Darren Zimmerman, Dean of the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics, to come to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biology, Chemistry, Computer Science, Cyber Operations, Exercise Science, Mathematics, Nursing, Physics, Physical Education, and Sport Management please rise? Will the candidate for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Chemistry please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the Swain Family School of Science and Mathematics, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Colonel Brian Madison Jones, Dean of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice, English, History, Intelligence and Security Studies, Modern Languages, Political Science, and Psychology please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I invite Colonel Michael Weeks, Dean of the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, to the podium.
Good morning. Will the candidates for the degree in the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration please rise? Will the candidates for accounting please rise? Will the candidates for finance and supply chain management please rise? And finally, will the first ever candidates in management, Joseph Michael Benor and Trey Michael Gable, please rise? Congratulations on behalf of the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business. We congratulate you on your academic achievement, and we wish you every success. You may be seated. I now invite Colonel Evan Ortlieb, Dean of the Zucker Family School of Education, to the podium.
Good morning. Will the candidates in all teacher certification programs please rise? Noah's our guy. On behalf of the faculty of the Zucker Family School of Education, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. I now invite Colonel Andrew Williams, Dean of the School of Engineering, to the podium.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, Construction Engineering, Electrical Engineering, and Mechanical Engineering please rise? On behalf of the faculty in the School of Engineering, we congratulate you on your academic achievement and wish you every success. You may be seated. At this time, I will call upon the nation's best provost, Dr. Selden, to resume the program.
Mr. Chairman, I am pleased to present these candidates who have been certified by the faculty as having successfully completed all requirements for their respective degrees, and turn the program over to you.
Will the class of 2022 please rise? By the authority vested in me by the General Assembly of the State of South Carolina, as Chairman of the Citadel Board of Visitors, I confer upon each of you the baccalaureate degree for which you have qualified, with all the duties, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated.
We will now present diplomas to the graduates. Ms. Maria Aslagi, Director of Communications and Marketing for the Tommy and Victoria Baker School of Business, will call the name of each graduate. The graduates will receive their diplomas in the following order. The first and second honor graduates will receive their diplomas, followed by their classmates. Then diplomas will be presented alphabetically to all day program graduates, including those currently on active duty with the Armed Forces of the United States, veteran students, and members of the South Carolina Corps Cadets. Graduating veterans are recognized by the wearing of red, white, and blue cords. In keeping with Citadel tradition, the last cadet to cross the stage will deliver remarks. As the graduation candidates walk across the stage to receive their diploma, their name will appear on the Jumbotron. Graduates becoming life members in the Citadel Alumni Association will be announced as they cross the stage. This membership is vital to the future of the Citadel. One measure of the quality of a college is the success of its graduates. Thank you for reaching back to support the Citadel through your Alumni Association membership on the very day you graduate. Will the first and second honor graduates please come forward?
Stephen Joseph Kenley Jones, first honor graduate, summa cum laude, honors program participant. Ashley Jessica Ruiz, first honor graduate, summa cum laude, honors program participant. Joseph Dylan Rowland, second honor graduate, summa cum laude, honors program participant, Navy commissionee. Logan G. Abel, Army commissionee. Daniel Richard Adams, summa cum laude, Navy commissionee. Jalen Jamar Adams. Juan Enrique Alejandra, Army commissionee. Gage Michael Andrews. Michaela Marie Ard. Joshua Ray Babcock, CAA Life member. Emma Kate Baguerre, cum laude. Chase Michelle Turk Bailey, cum laude, CAA Life member. Caden Lynn Bailey, CAA Life member. Eric Gary Bainham, Air Force commissionee. Colin Blake Bear, CAA Life member. John Corey Berry, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Joel Joseph Baslett, Jr., magna cum laude. William Allen Bastian. Jason Robert Beal, cum laude, Air Force commissionee. Chandler Davis Beal. Isaiah Deshaun Beals Kennedy. Evan McCowan Bearden, magna cum laude, honors program participant, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jennifer Elise Beer, CAA Life member. Carter Julian Boyu, CAA Life member. Thomas Carter Bechtold, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Charles Hunt Bellinger, CAA Life member. Patricia Shamu Ann Beltramo, CAA Life member. Joseph Michael Benor. Rivers Ross Benton, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Christopher Page Beverly. Robert Hampton Bickley, CAA Life Member. Ryan Belitsky. Jaden Meyer Benstock, Army Commissionee. Zachary Grant Bishop, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jack Murray Blackburn, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Reese Adam Blackwood. Christian William Blaze, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Jackson Lawrence Blaze, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Marquise Tyshawn Blunt. Conchita Alexandra Bohm, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Harrison Whitfield Borda, cum laude. Keenan Christopher Bosch League. Jaden John Boschian, Marine Commissionee. Grant Michael Burdon, CAA Life Member. Miller Stevens Boyles, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Andrew Gray Bradshaw. Aiden Samuel Brady, Army Commissionee. Zachary David Brewster. Jackson Hunt Bridges, magna cum laude. Shelby Ruth Brooks, CAA Life Member. Connor Traham Brownlee, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Michael Grant Brunette, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Benjamin Irvin Bunch, CAA Life Member. Cole Ryan Burke, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Zachariah Dale Burke. John Freeman Bush II, CAA Life Member. Justin Anthony Bush, CAA Life Member. Austin Jacob Buttle, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee. David Marcel Campbell, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Matthew Ryan Campbell. Devin Parker Cantrell, CAA Life Member. Frank Edward Capagrosso, CAA Life Member. Antonio Demetrius Carbujal. Thorin Frederick Cardenti, Navy Commissionee. Brenton Jared Carnes, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Samuel B. Casey. William Joseph Casey IV, Army Commissionee. Dejan Torian Casto. Zachary Reeves Cecil, CAA Life Member. Christopher Charles Chelly, CAA Life Member. Joseph Michael Servey, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Rivers Ethan Chadwick, CAA Life Member. Anthony Augustus Chapman, CAA Life Member. Marshall Cullen Chapman. Ryan Edwin Sherrier, CAA Life Member. Chia-Fing Chiang, magna cum laude. Alan Virginian Childers, Jr., CAA Life Member. Caleb Joseph Christmas. Catherine Marie Christmas, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Honors Program Participant, Air Force Commissionee. Alexander Patrick Clark. Ethan Thomas Clark, CAA Life Member. Robert Libby Clement IV, summa cum laude, Navy Commissionee. John Allen Dean Clifford. Sean Ryan Clorty, cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Joshua Adam Coates. DeAndre Troy Kofer. Chase Conrad Koffel. Sebastian Isha Colazzo, Navy Commissionee. Grant Frazier Collier. Noah Ryan Collier. Gabriel William Collins, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Matthew Taylor Collins. Hunter James Cogden, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee. Grant Thomas Connor, cum laude, Army commissionee. Jackson Steele Connor, cum laude, CAA Life member. Corey Patrick Conover, CAA Life member. John Martin Cook III, magna cum laude, Army commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Kent Davis Cooper, CAA Life member. Sean Paul Costello, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Deshaun Maurice Costley. Alexander Michael Cotton. James McMillan Covington, Jr., cum laude. Ashley Ann Cranfill, CAA Life member. Gavin Nathaniel Crawford, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Jonathan Brooks Cribb, magna cum laude, Marine commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Benjamin Thomas Croker, Army commissionee. Joshua Caleb Crosby. Joshua Lorne Crosby, CAA Life member. Ademar Yariel Kubaro II. Alexandra Hope Daly, cum laude. Aaron Zachary Daninger, Air Force commissionee. Luke Leonard Darling, magna cum laude. Matthew Knowles Dogma, CAA Life member. Caleb Demetrius Davis, CAA Life member, Navy commissionee. Kyle Ross Davis. Weston Brown Davis. Jacob Tristan Dawson, CAA Life member. Connor William Deans, cum laude, CAA Life member, Honors Program participant, Air Force commissionee. Odalise Catherine Diaza, Army commissionee. Robert John Dumaray, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Christopher Daniel Dennis, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Reed Johnson Derrick, CAA Life member. Joshua C. Desmore, Army commissionee. Caitlin Virginia DeVoe, cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Caleb Samad DeVoe, CAA Life member. Paul Michael Deal. Kyle Mario DeLito, Army Commissionee. Mitchell Lewis DePaulo, Army Commissionee. Charleston Wingfield Dotson. Maya Monet Dollard, cum laude. Craig Michal Domingue. James Neil Dorman, CAA Life Member. Joseph Francis Douglas. Ryan John Downing, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Garrett Monroe Drew, CAA Life Member. Clarence Isaiah Droz, Army Commissionee. Jacob Taylor Dukes, Army Commissionee. Michael Joseph Doolin, Jr., summa cum laude, Army Commissionee. Kyle Benny Dupree, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Freddie Duran, Jr., Army Commissionee. Jacob Christopher Dureski, Air Force Commissionee. Dakota Antoinette Durham, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee. Wesley McLaurin Dyson, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Luke James Ifano, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Air Force Commissionee. Rebecca Elise Earhart, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member. Jonathan Dylan Earls. Noah Richard Ernest. John Michael East. Nicholas Reed Edwards. Maya Hannah Alushel, summa cum laude. Jacob Sawyer Ely, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Zachary Allen England, summa cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Jonathan Francis Irala. Chase R. Irvin, cum laude, Air Force Commissionee. Sarah Louise Irvin, summa cum laude, Navy Commissionee. Kyler Edward Estes. Andrew Scott Eubanks. Colin Craig Evans. Lee Robert Evans, cum laude. John McLachlan Feeney, magna cum laude, CAA Life member. Evan N. Fish, cum laude, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Charles W. Fisher IV, CAA Life member. Isabel Garcia Flores, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Miguel Chavez Flores, cum laude. Jonathan Florian. Ronald Dixon Flowers III, cum laude. John Valley Fogel. Brett Folsom, cum laude, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Armando Giuseppe Fontana, magna cum laude. Matthew Connor Fong Faust, Army commissionee. Aaron Christopher Fowler. Demetrius Theologus Fergophilus, cum laude. Cameron Taylor Fuller, CAA Life member. Davis Maxwell Fuller. Trey Michael Gable, CAA Life member. Jean Carlos Galindez, Army commissionee. Thomas Bryce Gambrell, CAA Life member. Trenton James Gambrell, magna cum laude. Jackson Cole Gammons, summa cum laude. Bryce Pearson Garcia, magna cum laude. Zachary Scott Garcia, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Gary Stephen Garner, summa cum laude. Everett W. Garrett, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Dallas Scott Garwood, Army commissionee. Keyshawn Gerald Gaethje, Army commissionee. Grayson Mark Dawson Gask, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, Honors Program participant, Navy commissionee. Andrew John Gaverluck II. Alyssa Rose Giesemann. Seth William Gerstenfeld, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Thomas McCain Geddes, CAA Life member. Dahil Nunes Abu Ghazales, Air Force Commissionee. James Addison Gibbs, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. William Gage Gibson, CAA Life Member. Evan Alexander Gilger, CAA Life Member. Kobe Menashe Jordan Gilliard. Marshall Lawrence Gilmer, cum laude. Colin Robert Glico, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee. Brandon Ryan Goings. Joseph William Goleen. Edward Allen Gonick. Garrett Richard Gredinger, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee. Gabrielle Therese Grain, CAA Life Member. Michael Glennon Gropner. Colton James Gray. Tylen Frelly Gray, CAA Life Member. Cody Lee Green, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee. William Eugene Green, CAA Life Member. William Tucker Griffin, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Alexander Mark Griffin, CAA Life Member. Matthew James Griffith, CAA Life Member. Nicholas Arthur Gerda, Army Commissionee. Sylvester Len Guillermo, magna cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Robert Quitman Guyton. Noah Austin Guzman, Army Commissionee. Ryan Jack Hadley, cum laude, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Dalton Benjamin Hager. Taryn Alexandra Hall, CAA Life Member, Air Force Commissionee. Ty Price Hamilton, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee. Brooks William Russell Hammond, CAA Life Member. Court Spencer Hanlon, CAA Life Member. Jessie Caitlin DeCiccio Harbaugh, cum laude, Army Commissionee. David James Hardcastle, CAA Life Member. Ryan Michael Harper, Marine Commissionee. Aaron Joel Harris, CAA Life Member. Alec Adrian Hart, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. James Mason Harwell, CAA Life Member. Nathan W. Hayden. Bryce William Hearsey, Marine Commissionee. Sean Paul Heckel. Thomas James Hedden. Dietrich Joseph Hines, cum laude, honors program participant, Navy Commissionee. Noah David Helms, CAA Life Member. Ryan M. Hendrickson, CAA Life Member. Ricardo Anthony Enriquez, Army Commissionee. William Ernest Herbert V, Army Commissionee. James Hannon Hoistis. Jerry Eugene Higgins III, cum laude. Blake Andrew Hill Jr., CAA Life Member. Connor J. Hilton. Olivia Lauren Heim, summa cum laude, honors program participant. William Joseph Hobbs, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Damian Parker Hoffman. Morgan Emery Holbrook, CAA Life Member, Marine Commissionee. William Jonah Holcomb, Army Commissionee. James William Holliday III, CAA Life Member. Mason T. Holland. Daniel Edmund Hollister. Albert Harrison Hope, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Brian Elisha Horn. Nicholas Kyle Horton, summa cum laude. Matthew James Horvath, magna cum laude, Air Force Commissionee. Bennett Brown Howard. Jacob Cade Howard. Zachary Davis Huskamp, cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Caleb Kane Highland, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Graham Hurto Ives, magna cum laude. Daniel Iosa Iuseri. Ethan Christopher Jackson, summa cum laude, Army Commissionee. Malcolm Nicholas Xavier Jackson, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Catherine Ann Jarvis. Addison Shaw Jeffcoat, cum laude, CAA Life Member. James William Jeffcoat II, summa cum laude, Honors Program participant, Air Force Commissionee. Jackson Charles Jenkins, CAA Life Member. Robert Graydon Jennings, magna cum laude. William Morgan Jensen, magna cum laude, Honors Program participant, Navy Commissionee. Dixon Reed Yench, CAA Life Member. Chandler Booth Johnson, CAA Life Member. Jared Murphy Johnson, magna cum laude. Lane Thomas Johnson, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Air Force Commissionee. Michael Todd Johnson, cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Alexander Stewart Jolly, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Charles Edward Jones. John Thomas Jones, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Matthew Stephen Jones, magna cum laude. Joshua Lawrence Judson, Army Commissionee. Faith Elizabeth Justice, CAA Life Member. Ian James Kaiser. Douglas Alexander Karam, cum laude, CAA Life Member. Alexander Mason Kaufman, cum laude. James Cole Kearse, CAA Life Member. Matthew Stephen Keys. Thomas Bartow Keller II, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Mackenzie Len Kellerman. Preston Tav Killigrand, Army Commissionee. Benjamin Lawrence Kicklighter, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Austin Lynn King, CAA Life Member. Jarrett R. King. Robert Charles King, summa cum laude, Army Commissionee. Gavin G. Kingman, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy commissionee. Isaac Christopher Kepper, CAA Life member. Kyle William Kretzer, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Richard D. Krug, cum laude. Laura Michelle Coolman, magna cum laude. Evan David Kukuk, CAA Life member. Thomas James Kite, cum laude. Brogan Andrew Morris LeBranch, CAA Life member. Angela Bell Lance, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Wesley Martin Lane, cum laude. Paul Charles LaRosa IV, Army commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Emma Lynn Larson, cum laude, CAA Life member. Jacob Dooley Larson, CAA Life member, Army commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Emery Davis Latimer, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant, Army commissionee. Christopher John Laurencio Jr., Army commissionee. Brandon Marcus Mundell Lawson, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Jeb Thomas Lawson. William Henry Lee, CAA Life member. Mark Allen Lewis, cum laude. Tyreek Kishan Lewis, CAA Life member. Eric D. Liebel, cum laude. Eric Russell Lilling, magna cum laude. Andrew Roy Lindenmeyer, cum laude. Jonathan Christian Lineweaver, Army commissionee. Carlos Victor Liriano. Samuel Francis Little, cum laude. Calvin Alexander Levacy, CAA Life member. Samuel Isaiah Llewellyn. Andrew Bradley Lopez, CAA Life member. Carson Woodard Lauder, cum laude. Pei Shin Liu, summa cum laude. Josephino Hines Lubang, Jr., Army commissionee. Bennett Allen Lucas, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Andrew Nicholas Macchia, CAA Life member. Brandon Scott MacDonald. Destin Javon Mack. Douglas James McKay III. Sean Patrick Maxey. Banks Alexander Madden, cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Ernest Hunter Maggard, CAA Life member. Michael J. Mikowski, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Colin David Maloney, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Blake Christopher Markison, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Benjamin David Patrick Martin. Charles Edward Martin II, magna cum laude, Marine commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Cole William Martin, CAA Life member. Harrison Reese Martin, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee. Christopher David Martinez. Trenny Reynold Martinez. Christian Lee Matthews, CAA Life member. Christopher Scott Matthews, Army commissionee. Jason Francis Matthews, cum laude. Sarah Lucinda Mooney, CAA Life member. Luke R. Maynard, Navy commissionee. David Colton McBain, cum laude, Army commissionee. Tristan Odell McLean, Army commissionee. Eric Raybird McCleary. Quentin Isaiah McLeod, CAA Life member. Caitlin Marie McCord, CAA Life member. David Latham McCormick, Army commissionee. Jackson Kit McDonald, CAA Life member. Michael Caleb McDowell, magna cum laude. Branson Richard McGee, CAA Life member. John Mace McGrath, CAA Life member, Army commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Andrew Stephen McNay. Curtis James McNeil, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Charles Aloysius McQueenie III, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Luke D. Meets, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. William Alton Metz, Jr., summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Honors Program participant. John David McNee III, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Javanti Bobby Middleton. Johnson David Milliner, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Noah Joseph Mills. Carson Mingo. Jonah William Mitchell. Tyler Swain Mitchell. Bailey Collins Mitchum, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Max Midden. Carter Wright Moody, CAA Life Member. Zachary Mark Mooney, magna cum laude. Bryson Kadar Moore, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Christopher Lawrence Morden, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Barry James Lewis Morehart. Donald Ray Morgan, Jr. Lauren Patricia Moats, Army Commissionee. Brendan Paul Moyer, Army Commissionee. Wesley Alexander Munn, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Brandon Calvert Munoz, cum laude. Christopher Austin Murphy, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Austin Keith Murray. David Logan Murray. Parker James Myrick. Mackenzie Dakota Newsom. Benjamin Henry Nicholson, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Injenkia Joseph Njoku. William Myron Nolan, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Ethan Andrew Noller. Grant Jackson Norman, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. David Jacob Norris, CAA Life member. Donovan Ryland O'Day, Army commissionee. Paul R. Elkers, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant, Navy commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Camden Jude Olson, CAA Life member, Navy commissionee. Pablo Nathaniel Orozco Garcia, Jr., Army commissionee. Nicholas Michael Owens, CAA Life member. Charles Ashton Pacheco. Bo Ting Pan, magna cum laude. Colton Thunder Parcell, CAA Life member, Air Force commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Noah Sungmin Park, Marine commissionee. Brandon N. Parker, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Andrew Denman Parkhurst, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Garrett Robert Peel, Navy commissionee. James Robert Petros, Navy commissionee. Greg Collins Padone, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Bradley Scott Peary, CAA Life member. Justin Michael Perez, Army commissionee. Emily Rebecca Perkins, cum laude, Navy commissionee. Nathan Lionel Perry, magna cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Maxwell Thomas Figston, CAA Life member. Kevin Nguyen An Pham, cum laude, Army commissionee. Ethan Allen Phillips. James Austin Phillips. John Harris Phillips. Maximilian Charles Picada. Shelwyn Deshawn Porter II. Akhil Prathapati, summa cum laude, honors program participant, Army commissionee. Garrison Ryan Prestwood. Jarrett Sean Price, magna cum laude, CAA life member, Army commissionee. Sarah C. Price. Ronald Dale Prince II, cum laude. Seth Michael Pritchard, CAA life member. Hayes Alexander Pruitt, cum laude, Navy commissionee. Brendan Scott Pugh. Aiden Kyle Pizzito, magna cum laude, CAA life member, Army commissionee. Philip Aaron Quinn, magna cum laude, CAA life member. Ryan Barry Quinn. Alicia Kubangbang Rabaka. Keon Michael Razagi, magna cum laude. Merritt Darby Reeves, magna cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Thomas Cameron Reeves, CAA life member. Branley Jave Reyes Torres, Army commissionee. Aaron Gregory Reynolds, honors program participant. Jonathan Gage Reimer, Army commissionee. Cameron Giovanni Richard, magna cum laude, Navy commissionee. Will Richardson. Michael Caleb Richburg. Nicholas Daniel Robertson, cum laude, CAA life member, Army commissionee. Alicia Nicole Roberts. Montre Chevelle Robinson, Jr. Blake Allen Rogers, magna cum laude. Turner Anthony Rogers. Robert G. Roser, summa cum laude. Jake Edward Rotunda. Jacob Lane Rush, magna cum laude, honors program participant. George Garrett Sabaka, cum laude. Michael Anthony Santopadre. Josiah Adam Shaneblot, summa cum laude, Air Force commissionee. Evan Leo Schickel, CAA life member. Alec William Schlink. Christopher Shuck. Jacob Gerald Shoemaker, CAA Life member. Jack Oscar Schwartz, summa cum laude, Air Force commissionee. Philip Peter Schwartz, Army commissionee. Anthony M. Schwind, Marine commissionee. Edward Spencer Scott II, CAA Life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Joseph Clark Shevchik. Jackson Reese Schubert. Harold Smith Schumann, Jr. Desmond Lee Sigler. John Stephen Simone III, magna cum laude, honors program participant, Army commissionee. Richard Cole Simpson. Christopher Lee Seamoon, cum laude, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Jalen Adam Singleton, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Chelsea Ann Shatarik. Eric Fletcher Skinner, magna cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant. Maxwell Lorenzo Smalls. Shiloh Ophelia Smiles, summa cum laude, CAA Life member. David Jeffrey Smith. French McKinley Smith IV. Hunter Glenn Smith, CAA Life member. Kyle David Trudeau Smith, summa cum laude, Navy commissionee. Marshall Francis Smith. Sarah Ellen Smith, magna cum laude. William J. Smith, CAA Life member. John Dermott Snowman. Grant Robert Spear, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant, Army commissionee. Jasmine Nicole Spates. Cody Preston Spencer, CAA Life member, Army commissionee. Nicole Elizabeth Spone, summa cum laude, CAA Life member, honors program participant, Navy commissionee. Andrew Michael Stack. Brady Albert Stafford, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Nicholas Todd Stallings. Hayden Michael Stansberry, magna cum laude. Alexander Robert Stenslin, magna cum laude, CAA life member. Benjamin Whitfield Stevens, magna cum laude, CAA life member, Marine commissionee. Taylor J. Sturba. Trey Joey Stevens, CAA life member. Dylan Z. Still. Daniel Wilson Stone, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Logan John Stone, CAA life member. Nathan Christopher Stone, CAA life member, Army commissionee. Jeffrey Palmer Story, CAA life member. David Jean Stringer II, Marine commissionee. Curtis Reed Sturgeon, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Collier B. Summers. Garrett Coley Summers, summa cum laude. William Ellis Swillen, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Danny Ray Swafford Jr., Army commissionee. Joseph William Taffner. Jacob Alexander Taunton, Army commissionee. Brady Andrew Taylor, Army commissionee. Zachary C. Taylor, CAA life member. Hunter Lane Teams, Air Force commissionee. Martinez Tenzagolsis, magna cum laude, honors program participant. Cameron James Tamakis. Nathaniel James Thomas, CAA life member. Jesse Alexander Thomerson, CAA life member. Justin Stephen Thompson, CAA life member. Patrick Christopher Thompson. Luke Hunter Timmerman, magna cum laude, Army commissionee. Lathan Robert Todd. Robert Fleming Todd, CAA life member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Charles Boyle Tompkins, Jr., magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Jonathan Gray Toole. Clayton Joseph Tovo, CAA Life Member. Karina Santina Tremblay, magna cum laude, Army Commissionee. Ryan Lee Tucker. Noel Christian Turner II, magna cum laude. Robert Edward Turner V, cum laude, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Aaron Royce Tyler, CAA Life Member. Tyler Sebastian Underwood. Joseph Peter Van Slyke, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Derek William Vanda, Army Commissionee. Roger Clayton Vera, Army Commissionee. Jeremy Avante Walker, cum laude, Marine Commissionee. Lewis Edward Walker. Brian Durham Wall, Jr., CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Arthur K. Walter III, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. Clayton Eugene Walters. Samantha Alexis Walton, Army Commissionee. Alexander James Matheson Wanamaker III, cum laude. Parker Riley Ward. Joseph Timothy Ware. Wilton McBride Warner IV, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Corbett Edward Warren, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member. Barisha Legina Renee Washington. Philip Jackson Watson, Jr., cum laude, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his grandfather. John Hunter Watt. Ozzie Malik Weaver, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Matthew James Weaver, summa cum laude, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Noah Nicholas Weaver, CAA Life Member. Ryan Anthony Wayner, Army Commissionee. Kellen Charles Welch. Jordan Matthew Well. Noah Martin Wells, cum laude. Cam Daniel Welsh, CAA Life Member, Navy Commissionee. Samuel Francis Went, CAA Life Member. Charles Joseph Wire, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Ralph Wesley Whalen, Jr. Keith Nicholas White, CAA Life Member. Benjamin Thomas Whitlock, Army Commissionee. Duran Eugene Williams, Jr., CAA Life Member. Jacob McCune Williams, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Joshua Heath Williams, CAA Life Member. Finn Alexander Willman, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Guy Hunter Wilson. Jonathan Valfanuo Wilson, Army Commissionee. Jack Riley Whitman. Jeffrey Paul Wood, Jr., Army Commissionee. Jennings Waring Woods, CAA Life Member. John Reese Woods, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Joshua Daniel Woods, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Brianna Janine Ressex. Grayson Quentin Wright, CAA Life Member. Jacob Alexander Wright. Gaines Wilson Yates, CAA Life Member, who will be presented his diploma by his father. Isabella Dominica Yates, CAA Life Member. Benjamin Lee Utrakis. Cooper Seegers Youngblood, cum laude, Army Commissionee. Joseph Brandon Kateria Etem, cum laude, CAA Life Member, Air Force Commissionee. Isabel Rose Zarzala, cum laude. Justin Alexander Zylstra, magna cum laude, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee. Shannon Ashley Ziccarello, CAA Life Member, Army Commissionee.
Okay, you're good.
Dad, where's my dad? Can you give me a shout? Remember all those times you threatened to send me off to a military school when I was growing up? Well, look at me now. Who knew I would be standing up here, giving a speech, and graduating from the greatest military college of them all, the Citadel. Now, Dad, I'd ask you to please pass those tissues to Mom, because we both know she's gonna need them. And now that I'm thinking about it, you might need them too. Mom, I have some good news and some bad news for you. The bad news is that it's time for you to retire from the Citadel Mom's Facebook page. You are no longer a Citadella. The good news is that you don't have to keep pestering me about trying to find photos of me on the Citadel's website. You can now watch this speech on YouTube forever. I'd also like to give a shout out to the Citadel's marketing team, because I would not be standing here if it weren't for your bombardment of emails, Instagram, and Twitter ads that I received after looking at the Citadel's website just once. I gotta give it to you. You're persistent. I'm speaking today because I'm the last cadet across the stage. But whether you are first to walk or last, we are all sharing lasting memories as a class of 2022. Our class is a special one. For those that don't know, we are the last class to get our haircuts. And for my ladies out there, it was a rough year. I've never been called sir more times in my life because I had a 2 on the side and a 3 on top. I'm honored to have stayed with my company classmates for the past 4 years. Shout out to Charlie Company. We made it through those tough 9 months in our knob year. I'm sure we can all say our friendships will last a lifetime. We have truly grown to understand the purpose of the Citadel and the values it teaches us every day. Some of our fondest memories are standing at attention on the quad in full dress every hour, on the hour, during Beach Week out in Aubier in 1st Battalion because of the Bravo bathroom bandit. Then finding out the guilty party wasn't even on campus. Hearing the cries of joy when commandants or presidents gets canceled and seeing all the cadets throw their hats in the air. Being yelled at for saluting an NCO when you've only been on campus for less than 1 month and didn't know the difference. I don't know about you all, but I can still hear the banging on our doors from Challenge Week when Cadre woke us up 4 years ago. To realizing our campus is actually very beautiful when you can finally look up after Recognition Day. From wrestling in our rooms and prank wars that always went just a little too far, to standing at attention, holding our rifles in 90-degree weather as sweat drips down our face just to make the crowd that shows up every Friday happy. These memories are what makes the Citadel the Citadel. We now understand the true values that bond us to not only each other, but to those who came before us and to those who will come after us. To my class, the class of 2022, we now have our ring in our right hand and our diploma in our left. This is our last time we are all together, but not the last time we stand together as one. Thank you.
Congratulations, class of 2022, and welcome to the ranks of the Citadel alumni. It is now my pleasure to call upon the president of the Citadel Alumni Association, Lieutenant Colonel Bledsoe, class of 1991, to initiate the class of 2022 into the ranks of the long gray line.
Class of 2022, 4 years ago, each of you looked over your options for high school, for after high school. While you certainly could have chosen an easier path to get a college degree, you chose to pursue something more. You chose to take the path less traveled. With this ceremony, you've reached the end of that path, and it will make all the difference. Through dedication and perseverance, you've accomplished what most of your peers were unwilling to or unable to. In the 31 years since I sat where you are now, I've met many people who've said, if I could do it over again, I wish I'd have gone to the Citadel. Funny, you never hear anybody that's a Citadel graduate say, I wish I would have gone to blank. When you entered the same gate, 4 years ago, you were individuals from different backgrounds and upbringings, but you each had a goal. Since then, you persevered through the fourth class system that bonds you all together, as it has for all of us for generations. The differences in you were erased as each of you were molded into cadets and became together the class of 2022. Back in October, you were branded with the band of gold, the outward symbol of everything you've been through and what is expected of you. This morning, you will be dismissed and depart the same gate as Citadel graduates, members of the long gray line. As you join the alumni ranks, you're challenged with contributing to the legacy and reputation that's been earned by the Citadel graduates who've gone before you. For some of you, the future will bring flag rank. Some will be presidents of companies. But the true measure of success is not so much how high you go, but how you get there. Contributing to the legacy of the Citadel graduates means devotion to duty and honor at all times. These values have served as a moral compass to guide you throughout your journey beyond the same gate. Since October, you've worn your ring with your class numerals faced inward, a daily reminder that you're the class of 2022. In a moment, I'm going to give you the command to turn your ring so the numerals are facing outward, so all the world will know that you're a Citadel graduate. At this time, remove the glove from your ring hand and remove your band of gold. And now turn it around and place it back on your finger. Class of 2022, congratulations and welcome to the long gray line.
Will the audience and graduates please rise for the singing of the Alma Mater and remain standing for one final order from General Walters. The words of the Alma Mater are in the back inside cover of the program.
you think. Congratulations. One final order. Class of 2022, dismiss!